Yo, what's going on? Let's jump into it. So, New York Giants starting quarterback Jaxson Dart a few days ago introduced the president of the United States, Donald Trump, at a rally in New York somewhere, I believe, and he's getting absolutely cooked online by fans of the NFL and fans of the New York Giants. And not only is fans coming for his neck, one of their future star players, third overall draft pick Abdul Carter, went on social media and said that he pretty much said that he thought it was AI, and pretty much asked what the hell was Jaxson Dart doing? Why would he think that was a good idea to introduce the president? Now, you can look at it from both sides. You got people saying that, like, well, it's an honor anytime you get the opportunity to meet the president of the United States of America, and definitely it's an honor when you can introduce him out to a rally. But the other side is saying that, like, okay, you have to understand who President Trump is, right? President Trump, his policies, what he stands for, the people that surround him, the things that he's accused of, that's, you got to take that into consideration too. One of the things that will quickly divide a family, a locker room, or an organization is politics. There's families, there's loved ones that don't even speak to each other anymore because of, Donald Trump's policies. And it's already beginning to show in this locker room. Now, to see how bad it gets, I don't know, because we can all just simply be overreacting. But, politics have a way of dividing people. If the Giants don't start winning fast, those things can kind of resurface. John Harbaugh is the new head coach. They got a pretty young nucleus, right? You got Cam Scoutaboo, who's really talented, but he's had some slip-ups in the media with saying that CTE wasn't real and all of that stuff. And so, the Giants have a really good young nucleus, and they have a lot of optimism with the hiring of, John Harbaugh. But this just kind of adds more fuel on the fire, just puts more pressure and expectations, and it just creates a narrative, and this gives the news, the sports news, someone like me that does this as a hobby, something to talk about. It's deep in the off season right now. There's not much to talk about in off season, and then Jaxson Dart goes and pretty much gives places like Colin Cowherd, PFT with Mike Florio and Chris Sims and all of those guys. This is an easy layup for something to talk about, and so this is probably going to get talked about for probably a week or two. To be honest, it's Mike Vrabel was probably like, I'm glad they ain't talking about me no more. But no, seriously though, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I'm not. But just the controversy behind Trump's politics, you gotta know when to just keep that to yourself, right? You can feel a certain way about the president or his politics, but honestly, when you have a platform like Jaxson Dart, when you're in a spotlight like New York City, right? Like, this is New York City. This is the largest city in the United States. When you're talking about having that type of spotlight, that type of platform, you just respectfully decline, right? And it just kind of goes to show that, like, hey, what do you really care about? What do you really think about the people that surround you? Because people will say, well, these guys are super rich, why does it even matter? Well, not everyone in that locker room is super rich. And even if they are super rich, a lot of those guys in that locker room have friends, family, loved ones that are being affected by Donald Trump's policies and some of the wicked things that's happening and coming down from this administration. So they probably feel a certain type of way. So it's just best to keep it to yourself. And it just it just lets you know that, like, although you see a guy like Jaxson Dart doing all of the dancing, ran the chains, and throwing up all of the hand gestures, he's cool with the black culture, when it's bringing him likes and comments and clicks and positive energy and views. But then he kind of shows you who he really is when he decides to, go out and introduce the President of the United States of America, knowing it ain't no way in hell that Jaxson Dart is that dumb. He doesn't live on the rock. It's no way in hell that he does not know that the president approval rating is like in the 40 percentile. So you take it as what you want to take it. But me personally, if I was advising Jaxson Dart, hey, vote for who you want to vote for, but some things you just kind of got to keep that shit behind closed doors and keep it to yourself. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people in and around the NFL that loves Donald Trump. You probably can name a few of them. A lot of the owners are huge Trump supporters. They've donated to his campaign before. Probably did all 3 times that he's ran for president. But they keep it on a hush hush. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Was Jaxson Dart wrong for introducing the president, or was he right, or do you not care at all? Y'all let me know in the comments. As always, I appreciate everyone who supported the channel, and until next time, y'all be safe and stay blessed.